start by thinking about our posture, becoming aware of how we're seated in meditation, making sure that we keep our feet flat on the floor, and having awareness of the back, making sure that the back is upright and that we're not leaning too heavily on a backrest, wanting to keep the body upright under its own power. And throughout the session, wanting to make sure that we avoid starting to slouch or to lean in any particular direction, but still maintaining a comfortable, relaxed body. So take a moment to settle the body into a stable, comfortable, upright position, letting go of any places where you're holding unnecessary tension. And then just start to use the physical sensation of the air as it passes into and back out of the tip of the nostrils as a way of moving your awareness away from thoughts of the future or the past, and also as a way of letting go of what's happening in your immediate environment, just trying to concentrate the mind on a single object. So again and again, noticing as quickly as possible that the mind has shifted from its intended object of the breath, and again, just gently letting go of that distraction, placing your attention back on that present moment physical sensation. mind feels more subtle, more clear, and just establish a broad, virtuous motivation, trying to expand your circle of concern, thinking about others and wanting the benefits of your practice to be accomplished not only for your own benefit, but for the benefit of those others. And today we'll do something a little less analytical, more so looking at the body and the mind as the objects. So for a moment, just come back to that physical sensation of the breath, but this time try to really become aware of all of the different parts of the breath, rather than just cessation in the sensation in the nostrils. Try to develop an awareness of the part of the breath where you're breathing in, the part of the breath where you've paused at the top of the in breath, the part of the breath where you're exhaling, and then the part of the breath where you've paused at the end of the exhalation. So just breathe naturally and normally, but really try to stay aware of which section of the breath is occurring, relating it to the body as a whole. And as before, there would still be objects that the mind may gravitate toward that fall outside of this instruction. And so, for the purpose of this time, that would still be a distraction. So, anything that's not this rhythm of the breathing, we let go of again and again. Now allow your awareness to move into the body more generally, trying to become aware of all of the sensations that are occurring in the physical body, becoming aware of its weight on the cushion or chair, the feeling of the clothes on the skin, and the places where it's just the air on the skin. Noticing any feelings of hot or cold, and spend a couple of minutes scanning through the body, starting at the head, and gently going down to the toes, and then gently going back up to the head, and just trying to observe any sensations in the physical body at the location that you intend to be on at that moment, and just try to label what arises: hot, cold, discomfort, pressure, whatever label seems appropriate. But then let go and gently move on. So just scan silently in that way. Again, anything that arises in the mind unrelated to the physical sensation of the part of the body that you've arrived at is a distraction, so that you just gently lift your attention off that distraction and return to scanning the body. Then, for a moment, return to the physical sensation of the breath as it passes into and back out of the tip of the nostrils, trying to exclude anything else from your awareness that isn't that physical sensation. And then, instead of the body or sensations, move your attention into the mind and just allow for a couple of minutes, allow yourself to observe passively, like watching a busy street through a window. Observe whatever is naturally, spontaneously arising in the mind. The only instruction would be to avoid consciously energizing or following anything that arises. Trying to just simply notice the passing train of thoughts and feelings. Then try to emphasize not the discrete mental events themselves, but spaciousness around them. the pauses between individual thoughts and feelings. Try to attend more closely to those periods. Try to see if you can lengthen your concentration when the spaciousness around what arises in the mind, allowing each discrete thought or feeling to remind you of the stage in which they are arising. Without the spaciousness of the mind itself, it wouldn't be possible for these thoughts and feelings to arise. So from them you can infer the existence of that spaciousness. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And then we'll dedicate. So recollect your motivation. And think that the effort that you made was to actualize that motivation. Think that whatever positive energy you've created was done for the benefit of others, so you release it, letting it go, dedicating it for the benefit of others. Thinking, may that positive energy serve as a principal cause and condition for my achieving of the enlightened state, so that I might have all of the tools and abilities that I need to work perfectly for the benefit of all sentient beings, without exception. And may that positive energy completely dispel any obstacles to the Guru's long life, long lives of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, all spiritual guides in the world. May it ripen in whatever way sentient beings need, now and in the future. Thank you.